Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Heart's Frontier. Welcome back if you're returning. And if this is the first time that you're here and you resonate with these messages, then I would love for you to subscribe, join our little YouTube community here as we grow. Again, I mentioned this recently, but I've been called to do more frequent readings, and I'm excited by that. So I am here, ready to do more weekly, more daily even. I would love to know, leave in the comments if there's any types of readings that you'd like to see me do, or any that you've seen me do in the past that you wish I'd bring back. Yeah, there's lots of different ways I can do this here. I'll also be creating more videos about empath energetics, about empaths in general, about highly sensitive people. So you can look forward to that coming out this week, next week, maybe forever, maybe not. Who knows? Probably not forever. Okay, anyways, I'm Kate. I am doing a collective energy reading. So what I'll say is, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, which means if it's not resonating, please don't try to force it. I think when we force things, we end up running into a lot of challenges, and that's true of most things. It's not really good to force energy anywhere where it's not naturally flowing. And, that's a heartbreaking realization sometimes, but beneficial as well. So just reading the collective energy for this week, which is August, or going into August. So August 1st to 7th. Does that make sense? Why do days always, honestly, I don't know why, but days have always felt like challenging for my mind to wrap around. I think the concept of time in general can be challenging to wrap around. Oh, this is really sweet. This is bringing up a song in my mind. So I don't always do the channeled song thing, but I do love to sing. So I will share what song is coming to mind here. It's Sweet Pea, this card, and it says, blissful pleasure, follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls, Joseph Campbell. And the song is Sweet Pea by Tori Amos or something similar to that. You can look it up. It goes, or the part that's coming to mind goes, sweet pea, apple of my eye, I don't know when and I don't know why. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. But it's actually like a very, you're the only reason I keep on coming home. It's a very bouncy kind of song, and very sweet, just very sweet energy, kind of light. So I am feeling that going into this week, which is really bizarre because any of the clients and people that I spoke to last week had either a lot going on or a lot was going on around them. And there was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of feeling not in your body. And so, it's hard to enjoy life's sweetness if you're not feeling connected to yourself, if you're not feeling like energized. It's very hard to just say, oh, what a beautiful day this is, even though we'd like to. Okay, I am going to, pulling some animal cards for us as well. So what kind of guidance do we need? Also with this Sweet Pea card where it says, the universe will open doors where there were only walls. I'm seeing this a lot happening with clients, a little bit more than normal. So I do believe it's partly in the collective energy, but I personally haven't been feeling tons of this. So I think there is an opt-in, opt-out with this energy, which is funny. I don't talk about that a lot. Collective energy to me does have different spectrums of, will it affect you or can you opt in, opt out? Sometimes things sweep us over. Collectively, there's a current where we all sort of are going to go through something similar in our own different ways, like the same theme, but in different expressions. And then there's other times where there's like, I don't know, maybe it's planetary where certain planets are just affecting people differently. That's probably what it is. But that being said, what I was feeling was a lot of people putting in resistances where there aren't resistances, or acting as if there are when there aren't. And one of the funny things I've also been seeing is, let me know if this resonates with you, okay? Because this is a really, really specific one. It's like the feeling of letting go of a dream that wasn't working out. So it's like, and this has happened to multiple people that I've seen in my life and in my healing work this week, where it's like something that you're putting forward that you really thought was going to be you know, what you were going to do for the next few years, maybe. Like it feels like some sort of how you pictured your life going for the next few years. Something has like interrupted or kiboshed that or outdated it. And you're like, now it's out of date. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, or someone's kiboshed it by being like, hey, what about this other thing? What about this other opportunity? What about this idea? And it's really sort of like thrown you for a loop or thrown you, like off kilter. And then, you know, it's hard when or it can be difficult when you are looking at really big life things and really big life choices. And I mean, that's the theme of the week of this past week, is that everyone has been talking about, you know, bigger life things or being uncertain about what the longer term or what the future looks like. And so when we're in that kind of space and in that kind of like, oof, you know, if this is resonating with you, if you're like, I just had to say goodbye to what I thought I was going to do. And now I don't know where I'm going to go. Now I don't know what I'm going to do. It's sort of that type of energy. So if you're in that kind of place, look at what brings you bliss. Look at what brings you pleasure. Would it not be great if your life had more of that? And I know we need to earn income. I know we need to work and do things. But, you know, if you own your own business, definitely finding what gives you pleasure will bring you more abundance. That is just how it works, plain and simple. Well, not plain and simple. There's like a lot more to it. You obviously have to do your work too, but like the energy of it, the applying the energy is what brings you pleasure, right? And what can bring pleasure to others. When you're working for someone else and you're not really sure where you're going to go, just look at the simple things day to day. What brings you pleasure? What can bring you closer and closer? If you love making a meal when it's for someone else because you love putting effort into that, maybe take a look at doing an online cooking course or an in-person cooking class now that things are shifting a little bit. You know, if there's some sort of dance that you've always wanted to try, go just take a class, you know, like let it be whatever brings you pleasure in your mind and your idea. Just let that start to breathe and it will become more clear. So if I do feel there's a couple people watching who I'm getting a lot of like fear signal. This is really funny. If you've never watched this before, I get physical symptoms, obviously being clairsentient, feeling things and tuning into the collective. I process it through my body and then I can dictate, right? So what I'm feeling, I'm describing to you all. What I'm thinking, I'm describing to you all here based on what I'm picking up. And so what I pick up is a lot of fear as it relates to these next steps in life and where you're headed. And anyways, I pick up this fear as something that's actually more like excitement. And so something that I used to tell myself when I had very, very, very challenging, very distracting and consuming anxiety. Okay. When I had a lot of anxiety in my life, what I would tell myself is, you know, I can only do what I can do. And I can only see what I can see. And I would try to really like bring it down to just the simple and the basics. I'm going to keep reading. This fear. So this is the thing. There were two thoughts coming in and I was like, I feel like one of them left, but this is a really important one too. Something else I used to say a lot to myself when I dealt with a lot more anxiety. It's funny when I keep saying that, it keeps jumping out of my head. So if you're someone who you're finding it hard to collect your thoughts or you're finding it hard to grab your thoughts or remember things right now, very much experiencing that. And I don't really have a lot of issues with memory. And so this is very bizarre because it keeps happening as I talk about anxiety. Something just leaves my head. So if you're someone who your thoughts are leaving your head because of anxiety, this is for you as well. I'm going to retrace it though, I promise. Yes. Okay. So the feeling is, this is it. The feeling is excitement. And so what I used to say to myself a lot was anxiety is misguided excitement, or anxiety is excitement for the future that just took a wrong turn. You know, it misfired. If you're thinking your nerves are always signaling all the time, it went that way instead of this way. You know what I mean? So that helped me a lot because it sort of made it lighter and almost like it wasn't my fault. Anxiety, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves and that generates a lot of anxiety, right? So removing pressure from yourself, objectively looking at things, separating yourself from anxiety, making them sort of into a character. There's a lot of different things you can do to remove the influence or the domination that anxiety can have over you. And if you are, wanting to work with someone on the spiritual side, the energetic side, the management of your energy, I would be happy to help you. I have a lot of lived and personal experience with a lot of these dark things. I think sometimes I can come across as if I'm resolved, or as if I've had it easy. And in many ways, my life has been smooth, and in many ways, it's been abysmal and dark and self-destructive, perhaps. So, PTSD, severe panic attacks, like really, really chronic depression, and super high functioning, like overperforming, like high anxiety, high performer anxiety really is what was going on in many ways. And a lot of really like what I'm kind of going on a ramble here, but I'm hoping this is helpful to someone. But a lot of what I experienced in that time was like really deep, and it felt as though it was hard to have other people at that depth. Yeah. And so just, sometimes it's nice to know that someone has swum in that ocean depth and can meet you where you're at, resonate, and not be scared by the intensity to which you're experiencing things, the intensity to which you're feeling things. I found I would always be concerned that my intensity was not being seen or held or respected. And that, I would always worry that I was much worse off, that someone wasn't going to notice that I was much worse off than I was. And so if that resonates with you, I'm sending you love and support, and letting you know that it is possible for you to get through this, and you have all the strength that you need. Even if it feels like you're running on empty, you've got just enough to get you through to that next stage. And lots of tools, lots of people are out there wanting to help you, and it's just a matter of time until they reveal themselves to you. Okay, back to the collective energy reading for this week. Whew. All right, so we have Starfish, open to infinite possibility. And again, I am going to be doing an extended reading. I didn't say this in this message yet, but I am going to be doing the extended collective energy reading over at I Am Unity community and in the empath energetic circles. So if you want to join the next group of empath energetics, I'm happy to give you the extended reading. That starts in September. Very, very excited for that. So please do let me know if you're looking to join empath energetics. It's the last one I'm going to do of the year. I'm not going to run any more this year, so I'm going to do September to December. And I'm not sure what is going to come after that, because I'm making a big move in life, and more on that later. Okay, so open to infinite possibility with this starfish spirit is so similar to this sweet pea energy. It's like open to the potential of your life being positive. If it's been a while since you've encouraged really dreamy, positive, uplifting imaginings in your life, this week is a week to daydream and look towards what makes you happy, look towards what brings you closer to love, look towards what has brought you bliss in the past, even if it's been a while. It says time for a deep dive, Swan Spirit. And Swan Spirit also, I very much connect to soulmate energy, because they go in pairs and they're at like weddings and stuff. The Swan Spirit, take a deep dive. I'm specifically seeing two people diving together to the bottom of the ocean. So going on that same image that I was talking about before, how sometimes you feel like someone can't meet you at the depths to which you're experiencing emotions. I would say give the people in your life a little bit more credit than that. I think there is a way that you, the watcher of this, if you're kind of on this understanding here, I think there's a way that you can translate what you're feeling to the people around you, at least just enough to feel as though they're with you. And you deserve that. You deserve to feel as though people understand your true self and your emotions and your experience. I'm also getting the sense that there is someone coming into deeper partnership this week. Multiple people, actually, I feel, are coming into deeper partnership this week. So, that doesn't always look like someone putting a ring on someone's finger or someone moving in or something like that. But in this way, I feel like deepening could also be healing. So it may be some open conversations. It may be opening to dreaming, right? So if you and this, this relates to you if you're in a couple or not, but if so, take it as it resonates. But if you both, haven't dreamed with each other a lot lately, and you just got out of the habit maybe, or just have been afraid to talk about what you're looking forward to or what you'd like to make happen. I really do feel this is a great week for manifesting energy, for creating what you want to have happen, and setting up that foundation to say like, hey, this is important to me, or hey, I just had this wacky idea. Are you in for it? I am feeling that kind of almost like spontaneous energy, and almost resetting as well. I am feeling resetting key in partnerships this week specifically. What else is going on this week? I am going to switch to the collective extended soon, because I have a feeling we're going to get into some more deep things. So we have Scarab Beetle Spirit, which says magic works through you. Very, very key for manifesting. I really feel like if there's something you really want this week, like dig in and say, I want this to happen. And your word can really create so much momentum. We don't always realize that, but your word and your behavior, right? So line up, say, this is what I'm looking for, and then line up your week to make it, match that as best you can. Do not pay attention to the burdens of other people if it's going to keep you from your own path. Specifically this week, I would say always. That's kind of a pretty good advice. We all need to take care of ourselves, and that includes living an optimal life, not just us getting a passing grade. When we give ourselves a passing grade and then we give all our energy to other people, we're really failing ourselves. Because ideally in life, we would have our own needs met, at least mostly, and then be looking towards what we need, and then consider other people with the extra energy that we have. So if you don't have extra energy, you don't have extra energy. And so that is sort of one of the messages of this week. It's like, put your energy onto what brings you bliss. That's going to bring you into higher vibration. You're going to have more energy to be able to cultivate the life that you dream of. And I am getting the feeling like what some of these dreams are, and they're clear, and you are like well positioned to make them happen. And also there's like a sense of doubt. And so as best you can, try to face that doubt in the face and question it and ask it why it's there, and let it leave when it's good and ready. I see. Wow, we have this is like a really strong week, honestly. I'm kind of relieved. I'm kind of happy about this. I really need a week that feels like exactly this energy. So hopefully you're celebrating this with me and not too scared by the impending, dream following or the pursuit of maybe what's challenging to us. I recognize that sometimes when you have a dream come to mind, it also means changing a lot of other things. And it also means ending things and leaving things behind. And that can be very tough. Believe me, I'm going through this big move I was talking about is bringing up all those types of things for me as well. So the cards that we have for Prism Oracle for this week are Sweetness, which has got a little, heart lollipop kind of thing. Sweetness, Energy, and Happiness. So I'm going to keep diving in, and I have all of these shamanic healing cards as well. These shamanic healing oracle cards. So I'm going to go into these in the extended, and I'm also going to do a romance angels card. So if you are in partnership and you're really wanting to know a little bit more about what's going on, definitely follow into the extended. And if you're not in a partnership, but you just want to dive in a little bit deeper and you're interested in empath energetics, or you're in the iImmunity community, then of course you can check the extended reading. My laundry's done, which is perfect timing. I'm going to flip that over. I'm leaving this pet sit today and visiting my childhood hometown, which will be really sweet, having some dinner with some old family friends, doing a bit of a nostalgia trip. And then I'm going to be nomadic this week, kind of making my way back to Port Stanley. I'm doing a market this weekend. So if you are local, Guelph, London, Oakville, if you're anywhere and you kind of want to go to a beach this weekend, then come on out to Port Stanley because I will be there. I will probably be playing music and doing readings and selling pendulums and selling flower essences. Hopefully my labels come in and I can do that. So would love to see anyone there. And if you're at a distance and you still want a pendulum, I have the link below. If you'd like to book time with me because you enjoy chatting, in this one-sided way, you'd like it to be two-sided and focused on you, I totally get that. And you can book a reading down below. Starting to drum up, interest for this next round of empath energetics as well. So please do let me know if you're considering it so I can make sure you're on my list. And yeah, I'm hoping to double the participant count to 10 this round. So we will see how that goes. But I really do feel that that's the number that's coming in. So really looking forward to welcoming all 10 participants. Likely, who knows, it could be more or less, and that will be well as well. And you can check out different things about empath energetics. It's my signature really program. And it's a process that I spent a lot of the pandemic building. I really spent a lot of time staring at a wall and thinking and being like, what is healing? How to help people? And really just tried to figure out how do I link a lot of my trainings, a lot of philosophies and belief systems, as well as a basic understanding of energy, plus intuition development, plus archetypal work on light and shadow realms, plus make sure that people feel ready to go out into the world with that energy. And they're not just going to leave this system and this process as it is and then leave it forever. I really want people to feel like they're developing themselves so that they're forever changed by it. So it is a very impactful program. It's a dense 4 months of awesome, and it really supports you getting back to yourself, your own full energy, your own alignment. And we do lots of hot seats. I give lots of personal attention, and you get a one-on-one with me once a month, plus, 2 or 3 times to talk to me in a group format per week. So it's really lovely. I do say so myself. I'm going to switch to the extended now. So it was a joy reading for you. Please let me know if it resonates. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. So I'm hoping that with this video, maybe I'll get to 100. It's so nice to see that kind of milestone come in as I, have been off and on with YouTube. I feel way on with it right now. So enjoy the rest of your weeks. Let me know how this resonates and we will chat soon.